Welcome to my life on a GLP-1, where we talk openly and honestly about living with GLP-1 medications. I'm your host, Scott Johnson. With me today is my trusted co-host and friend, Sarah.
Always great to be here. Hi everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that I know resonates with so many of our listeners, navigating your GLP-1 journey with family and friends. Because let's be honest, it's not always easy.
It really isn't. I loved reading about this recently, the idea of a question hanging in the air like burnt popcorn that perfectly captures some of those moments. Like when an aunt leans over and asks, "So when are you going to stop taking that weight loss shot?"
Exactly. Or when your mum keeps calling it your diet injection. You know they mean well, but it highlights a fundamental misunderstanding. The most visible effect is often weight loss, so it's natural to assume that's the primary goal. But calling GLP-1 treatment a diet plan is like calling chemotherapy a hair removal treatment. It's technically accurate in some ways, but it completely misses the entire point.
It really does. These medications are doing so much more than just helping with weight. They're targeting insulin resistance, regulating blood sugar levels, reducing inflammation, and managing metabolic disorders that have been quietly wreaking havoc for years. When you take your weekly dose, you're not pursuing vanity, you're addressing underlying hormonal chaos that made your body feel like it was working against you.
For me, it's been about my blood pressure readings finally making sense, my joint pain significantly decreasing, and waking up feeling rested instead of like I've been hit by a truck carrying inflammatory markers. The weight loss is a welcome side effect, absolutely, but the real victory is feeling like my body and I are finally on the same team.
Family dinners have become fascinating social experiments, haven't they? Everyone's loading their plates, chatting, and there you are, taking 3 bites of potatoes and genuinely feeling satisfied.
The confused looks start immediately. Are you feeling okay? You've barely touched your food. Then comes the concerned whisper campaign about whether you're developing an eating disorder. The irony is, for the first time in decades, I can actually hear my body's hunger and fullness signals.
It's revolutionary, isn't it? That feeling of your appetite just vanishing mid bite, not because the food is bad, but because your body has calmly communicated that it has enough fuel. And then there are the texture aversions. Foods that used to be favorites might suddenly seem unappealing or even nauseating. It's not personal, it's not permanent, but it is real.
Right, when I politely decline the lasagna I used to devour, I'm not rejecting your cooking. My taste preferences have temporarily shifted, and I'm just learning to navigate these changes. And speaking of navigation, compliments can be tricky too. You look so much better now sounds supportive, but it can feel like a backhanded critique of how you looked before.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you for losing weight. Reduces a complex medical journey to a numbers game. The comments that actually feel supportive focus on health, energy, and overall well being. Like, "You seem to have more energy lately," or "I'm proud of how committed you've been to taking care of yourself." Sometimes the most meaningful support comes without words at all, just acceptance of your new eating patterns without commentary.
The biggest misconception we often face is that GLP-1 medications are temporary. There's this assumption that once you reach a certain weight or health marker, you'll just stop and maintain through willpower.
For many, these are a long term management tool for chronic metabolic conditions, just like someone with high blood pressure might take medication indefinitely. The question, "When will you stop taking it?" implies continued medication use represents failure, but in reality, consistent treatment often represents success.
And let's not forget the side effects. Some mornings you wake up feeling nauseous and need to eat immediately. Other days you completely forget about meals until your blood sugar drops and you become an irritable, shaky version of yourself. These aren't character flaws. They're your body adjusting to powerful medications.
So, what does supportive family look like? It's those who approach it with curiosity, not judgment. They ask about how you're feeling rather than commenting on what you're eating. They educate themselves instead of relying on assumptions.
They don't take your changed eating patterns personally, they celebrate non-scale victories like improved energy or decreased pain. Most importantly, they treat your medication like any other prescription, not a moral failing or shortcut.
Because at the end of the day, you're still the same person who started taking GLP-1 medications. The medication hasn't changed your personality. What has changed is your relationship with your own body. You have more energy for activities and relationships. These improvements don't make you a different person. They make you a healthier version of who you've always been.
Families don't need to become medical experts to be supportive. They just need to approach GLP-1 treatment with the same respect and understanding they would show for any other chronic health condition. Trust that their loved one is making informed decisions about their own health.
Exactly. The most powerful support often comes in simply being present without trying to fix, change, or optimize anything. When family members can witness someone's health journey without making it about themselves, that creates space for authentic connection and understanding.
It's all about seeing the whole person, making complex medical decisions, and that kind of understanding makes all the difference. And to you, our listeners, we want you to know we see you, we hear you, and are thankful for your messages and support. Please continue to share your stories and support with those 5-star reviews. Our community is amazing. So tell us, Scott, what final friendly advice do you have to wrap up with today?
Thanks, Sarah. My GLP-1 journey has taught me as much about family dynamics as it has about metabolic health, and it makes for great storytelling too. Speaking of which, I encourage you to visit our website at mylifeonglp1.com for the latest stories and articles or to drop us a message. Thanks for joining us today. On behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson, hoping you can adopt a healthy relationship with your support family too. Stay strong, be confident, and always remember to love your journey.